Hello, and welcome back to the Wells Family Journey. I'm Damien. I just want to take the time out today to thank you for coming back to another video. And I was just thinking what to make this video about today. And I think I'm going to talk about finding your happiness. Now, there are a lot of subscribers that I do not know personally, but I'm going to talk about me finding my happiness and pretty much what it took. And I promise you I won't take up too much of your time. Just give me about 10-15 minutes of your time. And who knows? Hopefully this video will reach you some way, somehow, get your brain thinking. You know, what do you need to do in your life to try and find your happiness? So let's start out, I guess, about where it all started for me. I want to say it started out when I was a teenager. You know how in high school is when you're supposed to figure out what you want to do in life, what you want to become once you become an adult. You know, really, when do we become adults? Because I know some people that are like in their 50s that still act like they're kids. But, you know, when do you become adult? I guess, when do you feel that you've reached that level in life that you consider yourself an adult? I guess it's when we move out of our parents' house and we start paying our own bills. I think that's the key point, the basic point for me is when you become an adult. Now, for me, it was when I was age 17. I moved out of my house, my parents' house, at age 17. And so I started going my own way and trying to find myself in life. Yes, I was still in high school. I graduated high school. That was without a doubt, because I didn't want to become one of those people on the side of the streets that, you know, drop out of high school, don't know what they're going to do in life. You know, I did not want that for me. I had a good supporting family in Chicago. I had my mother in Belleville, Illinois, that was always had my back. Now, sometimes they're mad at me, you know, for my decisions, but in the long run, all of my family always had my back. And I believe that in life, you can't do many things successfully without a good backbone of friendship and family. So 17, you know, I realized that I wanted to become a chef in life. I loved cooking, and if you watch a couple of my other videos, I have a couple, one video on YouTube, but I split it into two parts about how I make lasagna for my family. And like I said, I love cooking. I started cooking when I was like 7, 8 years old, when I had to pull the step stool to the countertops, to the stove, so that I can prepare my meal that I was making, whether it be baking or cooking. I just highly enjoyed it. And I was like, this is what I want to do in life. I want to travel the world, learn how to make different types of dishes from around the country and whatnot. And I achieved that. But that's what I wanted to do. So during my high school years, I was like, how can I achieve this? You know, I looked at my bank account, how much money I was saving from the job that I was working, and I was like, okay, right at this point in life, I only have enough saved for 1 year of college. And, you know, and I was just thinking tuition. I didn't even think about room and board. So in all actuality, I only had 1 year's worth of college tuition saved up. And I wasn't counting room and board and food. So I was kind of flawed in my thinking and my practicality of getting to that point. So I was like, what do I need to do to ensure that I can achieve that goal in life? And I was like, okay, well, my mother was in the Air Force. She was an officer in the Air Force in the medical field, nursing, delivering babies pretty much every single day. And I was like, I should join the military. You know, I can have a good life, get my schooling paid for, get some work experience, more work experience underneath my belt, and go from there. So that's what I did. I signed up for the Army because I was like, I don't want to be in the Air Force. I want to do something different. I don't want to follow in the footsteps of my mother. But you know what? Now, all these years later, I was like, I should join the Air Force, but that's in the past. So I joined the Army. I chose, that's the key word here. I chose to be a cook. My ASVAB scores were high enough that I could have chose to do anything I wanted to do in the Army. But I chose to be a cook because I loved kitchen. I think my ASVAB score was about 110, 111, something like that. I could have done pretty much whatever I chose to do. But I chose to be a cook. And let me tell y'all, if you're joining the Army, because I don't know about the other branches of services, but So, I was in the military, had heart failure, my heart started going out, and got early retirement. But in the military, I got more skills behind me about cooking, mass quantities, I guess getting my speed up to par with what it takes to be a chef. Yes, I was on the culinary team once in Hawaii, stationed in Hawaii, and once in where was I? Washington, Fort Lewis, Washington. So I got to experience a little bit of that, and it's fast paced. It's ridiculously fast paced. Now in the Army, a lot of people look down upon, excuse my language, but they shit upon cooks in the military, which is ridiculous. If y'all that was in the Army that had other MOSs, which were jobs, understood what it took to be a cook, your mind frame and thinking about cooks would be 100% different. You know, I know for me, I was there at 4 to 4:30 in the morning, and sometimes didn't leave till 9 o'clock at night. And we had maybe 1 or 2 days off in the whole entire month. So other jobs, they got every single weekend off pretty much. They got special days off during the week, holidays off. They got released at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to go home just cause, you know. So seriously, if you're still in the military, mainly the Army, change your thinking about the Army cooks. We work our butts off for each and every one of y'all. Most of us do our best in that kitchen. So that's what that was. My 19 years in there. And I was like, okay, when I chose to be in the military, I said I was going to do my 20 years, get my early retirement by the time I was 38, 37 years old, and be retired, stop working. I'm like, that was my main goal. That was my plan. That was what I was thinking I had to do to find my happiness in life. I was like, I want to be retired before I hit 40. Enjoy however many years I have left, hopefully 40, 50 more years, you know. So that was my main goal. Do that 20, get my retirement, get my benefits, get my pension, whatever you want to call it, retirement money from the military, and go from there. You know, through there, you know, I got married. I had 2 kids, 2 daughters. I have, as of this year, she'll be 19 and the other one will be 12. So yeah, I did that. You know, but with and having kids, you know, it pushed that retirement back just a little bit. The second one, Chris, is my 11-year-old, but it's all good. You know, a little bump here in the road, a little bump there in the road. It's okay. Just readjust your thinking level for retirement and your happiness, and you'll be all right. So that's what I was trying to do at a younger age to find my happiness, was that. And I did it, you know. whether it was heartache and pain, long hours, I was like, I'm doing this for an end result to get to my happiness. My happiness, I was thinking that my happiness, which it still was and is, was being retired by time before I was 40 years old. I am now, how old am I this year? 43, 44, I can't remember, this year. And I'm retired. I don't have to work, but I choose to work, to keep myself active. You know, sitting in the house, which a lot of us did in 2020 because of COVID, you know, you gain weight, your mentality changes, you get depressed and whatnot. And that's what I was falling into. So my happiness, to make a long story short, my happiness was retirement. The need to not be working my butt off till I'm like 62, you know, in my 60s, which I think here in the United States, I believe you can start getting your Social Security at 62. Normally, and I know that you can get it before then, but you get less money. So that was it. That's my happiness, was to hit that retirement point. Now, my happiness that I envision for myself is being in a tropical area. Hawaii, Guam, places like that. I want to be by the beach, sitting in a chair, sipping a Long Island iced tea or a mixed fruity drink if I feel like drinking something fruity and fun that day, you know what I'm saying? Or just have a good old whiskey sour on the rocks, you know? Something like that. That is my happiness. That is my dream. Now, that is my end goal. I am making steps in my life, even to this day, to reach that. And I'm almost there. If COVID would ever decide to go away and different countries stop closing their ports for people, I would already be there. I guarantee you that. Now, a lot of people have slept on me in the past, but I'm happy to say I'm still here. I made it. And, excuse me, got to reposition my camera. And I'm going to keep on going. Everyone that doubts me, I've proved y'all wrong. And I love it. Because a lot of people look at me, you know, I'm always thinking in my brain, you know, so I got like 25 things going at one time, and people are like, oh, you look like you're angry, you look like you're lost, and blah, you know, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm just constantly always thinking about that next step. What do I need to achieve? How much more money I need to save to get there? Do I have enough? Can I spend this money and still be up here? And in 2020, that savings level went from here all the way like down to here, and I'm just like, oh, you know, but that's the way it happens. I picked myself back up. I think it was around March, April, May, June. Yeah, around June, July, I was like, I gotta start putting this money back into the savings to reach that end goal. Now, I'm throwing it out there in this video. My end goal, I'm trying to retire in the Philippines. And a lot of people ask me, why the Philippines? You know, you can go to Hawaii, Guam, Mexico, you know, still be close to the United States. Me personally, the reason why I chose the Philippines as my retirement, I really want Hawaii, but Hawaii has gotten way too expensive to live off of what I'll be making pension-wise for the military. But I married a Filipina from the Philippines, and their cost of living is way cheaper over there. And I've done my homework, I've done the math, and what I make and what I have saved up to this point, and pretty much afterwards, if things can go the way I plan it, we can have a very wonderful life in the Philippines for retirement. Now, whether it's just me over there, or me and my wife, or me and one of my kids at the moment, you know, because like I said, my oldest is 19 and she's about to graduate high school and find her own way in life. I wish her the best in whatever she chooses to do. But that is my planning. And I haven't jumped the gun on anything. I've sat back. I've done my diligent homework and research, and I'm still doing research. I feel that every day you need to be doing research on your happiness, I was talking to my mother last year, during all this COVID stuff, because I started getting really depressed, gained more weight back again after I lost it. And she told me, she said, Damien, you need to make yourself happy. You need to make yourself happy. Those words kept ringing in my ear 24/7. Make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. Because for many, many years, I was always striving to make other people happy in my life. And I was like, I'm killing myself. I am slowly dying on the outside and on the inside. Receding hairline. I probably have gray hair, but I keep it so short. I don't even know. But I was like, what am I doing? Why am I working so hard and I'm still not happy on the inside? And I was like, you have to make yourself happy. Now, in doing so, you can make yourself happy and still make people around you happy and loved as well. Don't misconstrue my words in finding your own happiness. Okay? Find your happiness. Do what it takes. I enjoy Halloween. I enjoy making Halloween decorations by hand and playing video games. And I used to watch animation. I really don't have time for animation anymore. So, but now my happiness is playing video games, enjoying Halloween, and planning my next step in life, which is to retire again to the Philippines and live my life out there. But I had a few bumps in the road getting there, which it's okay. I think now I gotta, I can't be over there 100%. So I think I'm going to do like a 50-50 or a 60-40 and go from there and just go back and forth from the United States and Philippines, which, yes, is going to incur a little bit more financial stability and planning. But I think with the planning that I've made so far that I can afford to make that trip back to the United States every so often. As I come back, go see some family in Chicago or whatever, go see my mother in Belleville. But that is it. That was me finding my happiness. And I'm reaching it. Along with this YouTube channel, this is something else that I started last summer. When was that? June, July. Out of sheer boredom, just trying to get myself off that couch and getting active. Trying to keep my mind right, staying happy, and I'm going to continue on doing that. I have these plans and ideals in my head about the direction I want to take the YouTube channel in once I can get to the Philippines, and I think you as my viewers on this Wells family journey, because that's what it is, the Wells family journey, that you'll be highly entertained and hopefully happy for the way this journey of my life has gone and is going to keep on going. This channel is only going to keep on going up. Subscribers, hopefully, keep going up and don't go down. I've lost a few subscribers here and there, but I think every channel has those highs and lows, and it's okay. It's all part of learning. YouTube is learning, and I've realized that, hold on a second, my camera's about to die, excuse me. Got to put some power on this camera here. All right, sorry about that. No, part of learning is just how to keep it going, how to keep it growing, finding new things, new ideas to talk about, and that's what I'm going to be concentrating on. Before I was trying to do one video a week, and when I was doing those videos, it was taking a while to render it, to get the music right, the special effects, if I added special effects to it. And that, you know, if you've done video or any kind of video editing, that takes quite a while. So I think from now on, you know, I'm going to just shoot from the hip, you know, little pop in here, pop in there, you know, just do shorter videos. So about 10, 15 minutes long per video instead of about 20, 30 minutes. Because those 20, 30 minutes take forever to render, to edit, cut, and then to upload, and then for YouTube to upload on their channel. It took forever. But the quality of my videos are only going to go up. And with your help, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, get that YouTube algorithm going for me. And don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Or don't like, or just subscribe. Word of mouth. You know, that's how YouTube gets about, is word of mouth. Be like, oh, I subscribed to this channel. And another channel I want to make a shout out to on today's video is Philly in the Philippines. I say that again, Philly in the Philippines. I've been watching his channel for almost a year now, and I highly enjoy his content. He's a American vlogger that lives in the Philippines with his wife and his family, and I just enjoy his channel. I think his latest activities is in his life, one of his dreams was to become a scuba diver, and he has fulfilled that dream. And you know, YouTubing, vlogging is a journey. It's a book that you're making, that you're planning out in hopes of people with similar interests will follow you. And I'm hoping the same thing for the Wells Family Journey YouTube channel as well. You know, follow along, see what's going to happen next. You never know. But I'm going to cut this video short here. That was me explaining my happiness, how I started, where I got to, and where I am now, and where I'm going. You know, for me, it was very simple. I started, like I said, I started in high school, had that dream and goal that I put myself into, got to that goal, had that little in between. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I got that first retirement. Now what? I'm not close to leaving the country to my tropical island paradise. So, but now I'm even closer to it. Like I said, once the countries start opening up, relaxing all these COVID rules and regulations, I'm heading there. I'm getting there. And I'll see you all on the next video. And as always, don't forget, be kind to each and every one. Try to help someone out that's less fortunate than yourself. Even if it's giving $1 to someone on the side of the road. Help somebody out. It'll make you feel better, and it'll make someone else's day better as well. All right, thank you for watching. See you on the next video.